Welcome to the All I Never Did single player world, a place where we relax and learn how to become better Minecrafters. Behind us we have the boathouse we built last time, but I don't want to go any closer because to the left you can see a patrol, and if we accidentally kill the leader, it will trigger a raid here in our spawn area, because on the other side of this house we have a wheat farm with a villager and a bed, and that is all that is needed to trigger a raid if you get the bad omen. So let's go in here instead. If we look at this project book that we haven't kind of looked in a while, I have felt the itch to build a library, with actual villagers inside, and I want to build it outside of the spawn chunks to keep the lag down. And let's see, this music machine, for example, I want a very lag-friendly environment for that, because that will be redstone and note blocks. So I'm curious to see actually where our spawn chunks are. If we are lucky, they are inside of this map. Let's see, if we go outside, I'll show you the actual block we spawned on. I marked that as soon as we kind of spawned in this world. It was this block. I have water around it here to keep Enderman from grabbing this valuable block. So this is kind of the center of a 16 by 16 square of chunks, which means about 8 chunks this way, 8 chunks this way, and this way. We have the spawn chunk area. So let's see, these are the coordinates. Let's take a screenshot, and if we start with this direction, we are at 257. 8 chunks is 128 blocks. So minus 257 plus 128 is minus 129. So if we dare to go inside of the boathouse, we have sand there. Maybe if we sneak this way they can't see us and we won't trigger them. I want to mark out the border with concrete. We take 32 sand here, and then we go down into our branch mine where we have gravel. Boop. Here we go, let's take 32. We need to make how many is... Okay, 1 bone meal is 1 white dye, that's good to know. We need 8 white dye. Let's put on the armor. Make a stack of white concrete that will be clear on the map for now. And let's make the concrete real quick. We need a proper place to make the concrete actually. It's another project. And head under the chicken farm to get feathers. This is another area that isn't really finished. Should make some sort of item sorter here. Grab a stack of feathers. What am I doing, you might be wondering. Let's head up this way and keep in memory minus 129, right? Okay, so here we are. How did you do this? Here. You see the chunks? So if this is accurate, the border could be here. So a way to test this is to leave some items floating here, and because the spawn chunks are always loaded, items will despawn, but on this side they will be still here when we return. If we maybe go away 5-10 minutes, let's make a little trail here. And we'll go maybe into the nether and hang out there for a while. Okay, so it has been a little over 5 minutes. Let's see how things look up at the mountain. This area was a lot smaller than I had imagined, but that's good, I think. All the feathers are still here. Something is not correct in my calculations. So that should mean that those chunks were also outside of the spawn chunk area. Dare we go up there again? There were a lot of creepers. Let's take the back way. There's one guy. Okay, let's pull out the chunk border helper, and then we'll try the next chunk instead, because this chunk seemed to be outside of the spawn chunks as well. So if we try this instead, a few feathers here, and then maybe this chunk is the first one in the spawn chunk area. And let's do the experiment one more time. So another 5 minutes has passed by, and they are still all here. Yeah, so this chunk is outside of the spawn chunks as well. Let's see if we can find a compass and double check that our spawn block is actually, you know, the center of the spawn chunk area. Okay, it seems to be here. But then the border should be more that way. I think I need to do a bit more research. Apparently I got it a bit wrong. It's not 16 by 16, or it is 16 by 16, but the effective spawn chunk area is 12 by 12. It's a bit too complicated for me. Let's just double check. We have already kind of checked this chunk. It was outside of the border. So it should be instead 6 chunks from the center in either direction. Yeah, let's do like this instead. We don't have to go upstairs. And 6 chunks is 96 blocks. If we make the trail all the way to true spawn and the feathers are still here, something else must be wrong, right? Okay, let's have a look. These should all have despawned. And the patrol is still here as well. Maybe we can try and do the test, but instead of going into the nether, we go away here in the overworld. Okay, I know what we are going to do now. We are going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Or as we say in Sweden, smash 2 flies with 1 slap. So we are going to go over to the end portal room and do a little bit of building there. That way we will be in the overworld, far away from the spawn area, which will unload all the chunks around there except for the actual spawn chunks. So if you haven't seen this before, this stronghold generated in the middle of the ocean, which is pretty cool. I kept the shape of the end portal room here. I just switch out the stone bricks for black concrete and the iron bars for black glass panes, and cover the lava there. If we go outside, let's see. Okay, I think there is a line of wood here, so if we break the roof, there won't be any water flushing in. This is the stronghold rooms. Kind of cool. But let's maybe cover the... Oh! Why did I get XP? Whoop! Okay, we'll cover the portal here. We don't want to fall in just yet. I want to make a ceiling window here, so you can see the ocean from below as well. Is a 3x3 area enough? Maybe we want to expand it one more lap around this square, so it's lined up with the frame of the portal. Okay, I think I have the shape right here now. Let's go outside, if we dare to, and have a look. Whoa! If we go to the middle... Oh. Okay, great. Yeah, so then it's the same shape as the portal itself. I did actually bring some water-breathing potion. Maybe I should have brought night vision as well. I hope you can see this in a way. Oh, 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 no, yes! We're safe. There will be some wood waiting for us in the end. Alright. Yeah, I think that looks nice, right? Okay, anyway, it's been well over 5 minutes, so let's go back to the spawn area. Oh, silverfish are following us. What should we do with you? Maybe we can have it as a pet somewhere. Hey, I'm here. Careful, little guy. Make a little hole here. I think we have some name tags in their chest. So let's call you Silvris 2. Silvris 1 is in our branch mine. And yeah, maybe we can make something fun out of this guy. Okay, let's have a look. Yes, the feathers have despawned, finally. So now we should see... Oh, let's actually sleep before we... Oh! Ah! Where did he go? Is he lurking outside? Yes, he is. Great. Okay, so if we go up this way, like we did before, we should start to see the feathers when the spawn chunks end. No feathers down here. Oh, hi guys. But wait. There are no feathers at all. I think I spread feathers all the way to here. And they are all gone. Oh, you know what? Down under here is our branch mine. And there is a minecart going constantly back and forth. Could that maybe force the chunks to be loaded? If we go down into the branch mine once more, you'll see the minecart going under here. Now, what did we say? The border of the spawn chunk area should be around minus 129, right? This doesn't go that far. Maybe let's turn it off just to continue our testing. And also this way we have the general mob farm, where we also have a minecart that goes around all the time picking up the drops. So if we turn that off... Good. Is there any more redstone that is going constantly? This only activates when the minecart gets here. So that's okay. Here is Silvris 1, by the way. Okay, let's turn these off temporarily as well. The slime launcher, and this dispenser is also on a clock inside of the house. Now that's off, and we'll need to stop the hopper clock here by removing the items, I guess. Okay, there we go. Oh, hello. I actually bought some red sand the other day. For the most time, these trades are not that interesting, but we haven't found the mesa yet, or the far lands? What is it called nowadays? We wrote it down a few episodes ago. Badlands, that is what it's called. So buying red sand is not a bad idea, but I only got maybe 16 blocks or something. Okay, so we have a minecart going under the wheat farm as well. So we need to turn that off. If we just remove the dust there. Yes, it stopped. And let's make sure that the minecart isn't running under here. It's off. I think that was all the redstone. So let's do the test one more time. There's the tower, and we have feathers all the way here now. I have made such a mess here. The end portal room is on this side. I made the window a little smaller. I don't know if that's better or worse. You hardly see it until you are right by the portal. Now that I removed the layer above the roof here, you see the drops. I don't know, do we like that? Instead of jumping down here every time to go this way, I expanded on the other side of the portal here. But somehow this room is still filled with water. It's not open anywhere, you can't swim out here. I think the easiest way is to come back with some sponges maybe. See if we can clear it out. Whew, work in progress. But it has been way over 5 minutes. So let's see how things look at spawn. Oh, it's daytime for once. Okay, the feathers here have all despawned. Yes. Yes, okay. Finally. Okay, let's pull up the... No, that's not it. This is what we want. Alright. So, it seems to be this chunk is the first chunk outside of the spawn chunk area. Let's mark it over here. Great. So now we have one of the directions at least. Oh yes. Oh, it took care of all the water. Amazing. This is much better. I have a ladder down here. Now it's dark again. The night vision ran out. But glass in here, so the silverfish can't get us. It's kind of a more of a relaxed area here now. But another 5 minutes have passed. Back to spawn. So I went this direction this time. Alright. The border seems to be here. And I think actually this is 8 chunks. Like it was in the other direction. You know, I first read it was 16 by 16 chunks and then 12 by 12 instead. It had something to do with how entities were processed or something. But if we count here, then this is the first spawn chunk. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and yeah. So it was here somewhere the true spawn was. So if we take the next chunk here, then it's 8 chunks this way. Interesting. Okay, I've made the test with the feathers twice in every direction to confirm that, you know, we have the same results. So I think actually we have the spawn chunk area figured out. I marked it out with the white concrete. So now I want to... Alright. Turn all the redstone on again and see if that affects anything. It has been so many trips back and forth to the stronghold. I've had a lot of building done there. I'll show you in a little bit. Great. Okay, I think that was all the redstone, right? So let's make the test in 2 directions. That should be enough. This direction and this. I added a lot of glass here in the stronghold, and I like it. It was too much black. I like the idea, but be able to look out like this and have some brighter colors makes it so you can orientate yourself. It was hard to see which direction you were walking. And yeah, this is kind of like a little viewing area. Moved the chest from the side to the middle instead, and the ladder to the opposite side. And in the actual end portal room, I made the windows 3 high instead of 2, and made the ceiling window a lot bigger. Maybe too wide actually. It's 7 wide now. Maybe 5 is enough. But it's really nice to be able to look up like this. But let's go back to spawn and see what has happened there. Okay, great. It's still the same. The redstone hasn't affected this direction at least. And it's the same in this direction. So our redstone doesn't seem to affect the range of the loaded chunks. I have marked out the borders of the spawn chunks. So let's update these maps. Alright. Yeah, so that... maybe white wasn't the best color. These markers are right on the border. But when we put all the maps together, it should be more clear. This is what it looks like. The border goes down like this. And unfortunately, a bit outside of the map here. This way, around, and back this way. Of course, the white concrete is just a placeholder. We should build some sort of organic wall. For example, one of those discrete stone walls you can see in Swedish forests. Maybe we can extend the house a bit, so we can add another row here to get the complete spawn chunk area on the map. That would be nice. This makes it easier to plan out buildings you want outside of the spawn chunks. Maybe the library we talked about, a lot of villagers, we don't want that to be maybe loaded all the time. I also remembered that you can edit the books nowadays, so I cleaned up the project list a bit here. It's just 1 page now, and I added the Trident Farm and the Nether Road design, which are projects I have in mind. But I could actually remove a whole page of projects that were already finished. So I hope you feel relaxed. Thank you for being with me in this episode of All I Never Did, and I'll see you next time.